Appreciate the question, Legend. I think it's a great point at the moment. Very valid topic. So I just thought it'd be better for me to come on a bit of a video, give you my thoughts about how things are looking, and just get the thoughts of all you out there and see if you're agreeing on the same page. Early thoughts about some changes in that for the Blues side for Game 3. So obviously down the bottom here, it's talking about the forward side of things. I don't think Max King dropping is the answer. I'd move Max King back to the bench. I think he was better in game one in that bench role, surprisingly, because I felt like, and I said it before game one started, he's a starter. He just works and works. But I think he was pretty ineffective last night in game two starting. So I would move him back to that bench role. My guy who I would be dropping would be Stefano Utoya Kamanu. I would be getting rid of him. I think he was very ineffective. I think there was a couple of bad plays. Most notable that Cleary one where he just decided to wander back in the line for some unknown reason. And then there was a couple of other little his runs, like he was running into the line, but he's getting smashed almost every run, things like that. I was never a fan of it. I wouldn't have picked him for game two, let alone be picking him again for game three. So for mine, he's the easy one to get rid of. That means I need a starting front rower. Keon, absolutely love that call. I would have Keon if his face and his injury is up to the Origin arena. He's obviously got a couple of weeks to let that heal, things like that. But according to rumors, he could be playing as early as this week. So who knows how that heals and if it does get worse, who knows? Keon's a great shout. I don't want to open up the can of worms again, but I'd also go Terrell May. Terrell May would be my number one pick to start. Him and Long Payne Haas. Get on the front foot early, get some great meters, get two guys who can work their absolute asses off. I think that'd be ideal for the Blues. And then you got someone like Maxi King. Thought Spencer Lenu coming off the bench last night was really, really good as well. Played a great role, so I'd be keeping up with that role there for Spencer. I think he was fantastic and worked into both games probably really nicely. I feel like so. The only other change I would make at the moment, obviously, there's question marks around Cleary's fitness. I anticipate he will be there for game three. I would probably move Luai to Burton. Now, that sounds crazy. I know. Like, look, I think New South Wales have been the best team three halves out of four now, so it seems crazy to change your halves pairing for the third time in the series. And people will talk about Luai's second half and how he set up a few tries. He's the second half suited Luai's game. That frantic, got to score, got to get some points, things like that. It suited Luai's game. The first half, though, I thought he was really ineffective. I thought he was quite poor in the first half. We're all over the shop. He seemed to be going across the field a lot. That was my concern going into game two with this pairing. Game one will very much direct. Burton is a much more direct playmaker, much more direct 5'8". I think that suits the way the Blues are playing at the moment. So for me, the other change I would make would be bringing Matt Burton into this side. But let us know in the comments. Let us know your thoughts around what has been mentioned below, just in general, your changes for the Blues in Game 3. Thanks, Legends.